don't know.
It's a podcast. Okay.
Is it recording?
It is recording.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so preface, this is going to sound like shit. We're not prepared. It's recorded off a phone. But stick with us, because if you like this shit, it's going to sound better in a couple episodes, hopefully.
Maybe.
Do we introduce ourselves? Like, I feel like what I always want, because I've listened to podcasts before, obviously, who hasn't?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you start from, like, episode 5 because you want to get your way past, like, the awkward introductions and the fumbling around.
Yeah.
So you just go episode 5, and so this is episode 5. That's
Okay.
we'll just start right on episode 5.
Welcome to episode 5 of the podcast.
Should we introduce ourselves?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Alex, the A.
This is Alex.
Well, how do you do
We
it?
should go in the order of the man.
Oh, of the man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then Alex or Mackenzie.
I'm Mackenzie. I am a 26-year-old female woman.
BMI.
I don't know. I think it might be. Is it like 25? No, or is that? That
I
sounds
think
right.
I'm 25 BMI.
Oh.
So
20. BMI. Waist size 25, I think, and then my bra size is a 34C. That's me.
So if you ever hear her talking about, like, weight loss or, like, doing drugs or anything, she's got the validity behind
Yeah,
it.
it's there.
And the
You're the
A,
A.
okay,
Yeah.
Alex, bra size, D, age 26, and I'm the A in Mansplain.
I'm Nicole. Bra size 34A.
Jesus, yeah.
34A?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
I
known
would
that.
never guess.
Just make something up next time.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what my BMI is, but I'm 25. I'm the baby.
Oh my god.
Little. My birthday's in 2 months though, so. But yeah, I don't have anything else.
When's your birthday?
June 17th.
Why do I not know that? I don't know
What
anyone's
is that?
birthday.
Is that a Leo? No.
No.
You're like, what are you?
Gemini.
A Gemini.
Little Gemini.
Scorpio.
Yep.
Sagittarius.
Well, we get along well, so.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I know nothing about, what is that shit called? I can't remember.
Astrology?
Astrology,
Do you know
yeah.
your big three?
What does that mean?
Meteorology, yeah. Your big 3.
Meteorology? Is that what they
Are you a meteorologist?
What is the big 3?
So your rising, your moon, and your sun. Or no, your rising, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I have no clue what the fuck any of that means. Seriously.
We
I
should
don't.
do our birth charts.
I don't
I'm
wanna
a
do
Capricorn moon and Leo rising.
I'm a Pisces moon and a Cancer rising.
I'm just a dude.
I
I hang out. I chill.
identify as a dude.
Chill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Well,
so
awesome.
we are officially in the podcast now, which is exciting. So we have notes.
Congratulations.
We'll get, for people who want us to talk about things in the future, send notes in. We'll talk about it. I guess I'll, lead it. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll lead it.
Okay. So the first thing, I think it's important, why the hell are the three of us here? I'm going to start with my relation to you, Nicole, because that's the oldest. I think we met around, 2014 or 15.
Mm-hmm.
So I've known you for, the better part of almost 10 years.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
But I've only liked you for
Wait,
maybe...
really?
Yeah.
I used to hate Nicole.
He hated me.
Twice. There were 2 things. It was a cycle.
Yeah.
Nicole was, and you will admit to this.
Well, what did she do? It's her fault, right?
What? Well, of course, she's a woman. Yes, it's always
Yeah.
her fault. Nicole was a bitch in high school. And I thought so. No, I described this to you once. I said you were uptight in high school.
I will agree with that. I
So,
thought I
of
was
course, you're
shit.
going to...
Yeah.
But, I was friends with people that didn't like her, and that rubbed off on me.
But all of them acted like they liked me.
Well, that's just high school.
Well, I know. Trust issues, though.
Yeah. To this day.
Yeah, to
Isn't that
this
great?
fucking
Complex PTSD. Not just regular PTSD. Complex.
day. Love it.
And then... I can't remember. How do I... Well, then it started off low, and then it went high at some point.
Well,
I don't...
It went high because I started dating Patrick.
I think I didn't like you but while you were dating Patrick for a while.
No, but it did go up while I was dating.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then... I remember at least once, I have a distinct memory of you, Lexi, and I hanging out at a coffee shop. And then...
At the Root.
Yes, the Root.
Yeah.
And then you started arguing with my girlfriend at the time,
Yep.
and it quickly steeped back down.
Mm-hmm.
And in hindsight, like, I do feel so bad, but we'll explain real quick. I was so concerned at the time that, okay, if my best friend, girlfriend, and my girlfriend don't like each other, that's good. She's gonna start talking shit about Sarah, and Patrick's gonna get mad at Sarah. Like, I was worried my relationship with Patrick was gonna get, like, somehow pulled into all of that.
Valid.
Anyway, broke up with Sarah, started hanging out with Nicole, and we've gone through the roof at this point.
Love.
Okay, now, your turn. You
My
tell,
turn?
pointing at Mackenzie. You tell for me. How about that?
I tell to you, for you? How? I know both of you the same way.
Well, I knew
Yeah.
you, but okay, do like first impressions then.
Oh my god, what was the first time? Was that 4th of July?
I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think it was. I think you
it
guys
was
came
4th
from like
of
a
July,
party.
and I had only known Jarrett for like a week at that point.
What was it?
I think so.
I want to distinctly remember him bringing around a random woman to 4th of July.
I was a random woman. Yeah.
So for context, Jarrett is one of my very close friends and old roommate. So I used to see Mackenzie very often. She would come over to our house. So okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it's only been like a year.
Not even.
Not even, yeah.
Not even.
But I met this man on Hinge. The app designed to be deleted, and it has been deleted since.
Sponsored by Hinge.
Sponsored by Hinge. And Jarrett lived with these two guys, and I came over, and I was very scared of coming over to West area.
Can you not dox me?
We can bleep it or whatever.
We'll bleep it.
Yeah.
But I was scared shitless to come over to this area, and I'm like, damn, he lives in the fucking hood. Because I'm just this little white girl from Kent, Ohio, wherever the fuck, so I'm not used to it. I come over here, I meet Alex. I don't really remember, like, our interactions that night.
I remember
Probably because I was so, like, petrified to be meeting, like, 12 new people at once.
Yeah.
But-
We finally opened up, like we finally got to know each other when Jarrett and I got drunk one night.
When was that?
I don't remember.
Where?
Here, in the living room. And then I think I messaged you on Instagram, and I think we just talked on Instagram, and then at that point, like, okay, ice is broken. We can talk in person now.
It's all such a blur back then.
Yeah.
Like, I know it all happened, but I can't remember. I'm going to be bad at, like, the reflecting and storytelling things because my memory is so dog shit. But I remember Sarah was, like, the nicest
For clarity, my roommate, Nick, is dating a girl named Sarah. It has nothing to do with the Sarah previously mentioned.
No, completely different Sarah. She was the nicest person to me at the 4th of July party.
Yeah, she does a good job of that.
She was, like, an absolute, like, girl's girl. Like, here's a sparkler, here's a firework, here's a cigarette, here's a lighter. Go have fun. She was the best. And then I saw you fall.
Yeah.
That was great, yeah.
I saw Nicole fall.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that should be, like, honestly, that should be, like, the cover photo.
Nicole on her ass.
At least a special or something, or a 4th of July cover photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made about 4 memes out of that one
But we were
picture.
lighting off these, bottle rockets?
Yeah.
We were lighting off legit fireworks.
Yeah, legit fireworks in the middle of the street. Nicole lights one off, takes a couple steps back, and just eats it on the concrete. It was so funny.
I think I just laid there, too.
You did.
Well, because I think the firework, I think that one shot down the street. So I think one of them did.
Yeah, one of them went right up because I was just watching it while I was on my back. I was like, oh, cool.
Okay, so probably, I guess not that one. Do you remember?
No, because we lit 2.
We lit a bunch. We had
when I fell, I think I lit 2.
Oh, okay.
And I was running backwards, but I tripped over myself.
It was just running backwards.
Yeah.
And her own fault. Again,
It's always my fault.
I can't wait for 4th of July because I just love seeing firework accidents, fireworks go bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
We
remember
were shooting at everybody's houses on the 4th of July.
Do you not remember, at some point, the neighbors, down the street
Yeah.
past the intersection? Okay, that's what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking
Just started fucking blowing up in the middle of the street. One of my favorite stories is we went, for 4th of July, is we went to a local park to watch the fireworks, and this was with an ex-girlfriend at the time, and all of the fireworks just start blowing up at the same time. Everything is going off at once. It's like 10 minutes, it's fine, and then everything goes off. People are fucking running. She gets up and runs. I'm just sitting there going, this is fucking awesome.
I think my best 4th of July, and I don't even know if I like should or could say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I was in high school, and we'd have like the Kent Fest. So it wasn't on the 4th of July, but it would be like a date on a weekend surrounding the 4th of July. I used to go to Walmart and steal bottles of Delsum PM.
What is that?
It's like cough syrup.
Jesus.
And we would drink my friends would drink a half a bottle, but I always had like I'm gonna drink the whole thing, like kind of energy. Like
Lean queen.
Yeah, I was just like, whatever, I can do the whole thing. I'm like the tiniest one in the friend group, like nearing 100 pounds, while my friends were just like not as small as me, and I'm downing.
But also, it's not real cough syrup. Bro.
No, but like if you fight through the sleepies,
it just feels good.
It's like, honestly, if I didn't know how bad it was for you, I would still consider it today. Like, it was like one of the best next to mushrooms.
Just over the counter. Is over the counter the shit you can just grab?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So over the counter cough medicine.
Yeah.
For the record, we don't condone drug use.
No.
Well, I do.
I mean, I've never done
You
this,
do.
but by experience,
Yeah.
I can say that it's one
So
of the
I
best
heard
I've
from
ever-
someone else.
Yeah, so yeah, by experience, I heard from someone else. But I remember walking downtown, and the bridge was under construction, so the walkway to get to downtown was like a very narrow walkway, and I remember passing my mom and all of her friends, and I'm just like,
While you're fucking fucked up
on
on
another planet, and
Diet
the sun's
codeine.
going down. My mom's probably like drunk off of like Christmas sales from last year that she still had. And I'm just passing her like terrified but having the best day of my life. All I'm saying is fireworks on Delsum PM. It was just a great experience.
They still make that?
Delsum?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I've
just
never heard
cough
of that.
medicine. Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Really, really bad for you.
Maybe you should go get some.
So what drugs have you done?
Alcohol.
Yeah, I bet.
Hmm.
I've seen you do other things.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Like what?
Tylenol.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nicole gets fucked up on some ibuprofen.
Baby Benadryls.
Baby Benadryls. You see a little hat, man.
Like the ones you break in half and give to your dog for a car ride. That's what Nicole takes.
Yep.
That's still nuts to me. You could just give a dog Benadryl.
Yeah.
Like,
And it
Yeah.
knocks him out.
what?
It knocks him out.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, my brother's dog one drove the dog all the way down to South Carolina. Just, like, was chilling.
Is that what people do when they take dogs
Yeah.
on like trips? Or can you give them to cats?
I'm sure.
Probably.
You just fucking...
It's just like dosed by weight.
You can't.
No? I feel like I've given a cat Benadryl.
Well, that you just did that for fun.
No, we drove 3 cats. I moved my dad down to Texas with him in El Paso, so like the westernmost point of Texas. It was us, a U-Haul, like a box U-Haul, and then my dad and I in the cab and 3 cats.
Why would you not just like drive a separate car? Why would you drive it? How would you...
Because we just had the one car. He already had his other car down there, so he
Oh.
flew up and he was going to fly me back. Because I didn't want to drive back alone for no reason.
Never...
So, yeah, we like drugged the 3 cats. They're fine.
Can you take your hat off really quick?
No.
Come on.
I kind of scrubbed it off. Can you see it?
I
A little
can.
bit, yeah.
You've got like...
You got a widow's peak.
Yeah. How'd that happen? Okay, so for audience, Mackenzie has dyed her...
I give myself helmet head with my hair dye. I usually dye my hair with henna, but I didn't feel like ordering henna and waiting for it, so I went to the fucking Sally's Beauty Supply, which is just like the Dollar General for girls, I feel. It's just trashy in there. I don't like it. I don't like it
I've
either.
gone to Sally's to pick up
It's
bleach,
not my
and
favorite.
I've never felt...
I've never felt impressed.
No.
Mm-mm.
The people there hate their fucking life. They're like talking too loud about their own drama, but I like live for it too. Like she said this and I was like this. Okay, are you ready to check out? But so I bought shit and I always ask. I'm like, am I gonna kill myself with what I have in front of you? Like, this hair dye and this developer. Like, does this make sense? Are you worried about me walking out today? Because I don't need like anything heavy.
You would expect them to even know that?
Just like, yeah. Don't you have to like be? Oh, you can be anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Ulta.
No.
It's not also it's Sally's Beauty Supply. There's a reason I live up the store from one. There's a reason there's not an Ulta in that.
In the hood over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I apparently got like liquid hair dye when it's like really runny. And I usually get like, if I do hair dye, I get like the thicker kind and it's like paste. Mm-hmm. And it was just running everywhere. Like, it was in my ears. I was digging it with Q-tips out of my fucking earlobes, like, down my fucking neck. So, yeah, I stained my fucking head.
It looks good. You should keep it that way.
Yeah, it'll come off. I just have to keep scrubbing it. But.
We've all, like, done something to our hair, bleach or dye to some extent.
Well, I used to be a full-blown, like...
Blonde.
I know. Long blonde hair down.
How old were you in that photo you sent us? Pink dress, smiley on the couch.
17.
That's like,
I think it was when I was working, but I was not yet driving.
You remember you sent a photo of you as like full blown lesbian, you as full blown blonde, and I said these two are in like an abusive relationship.
Yeah, they are. They hate each other.
But
they can't get away.
But they fuck.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Crazy. I don't miss them.
I know you, Nicole, do. You go to like, where do you go for your hair? We can censor that. We shouldn't have said that. I don't want to give too much. I guess Lakewood's big enough.
That's fine, yeah.
And I've only ever bleached my hair. I've never.
There's a lot of Lakewoods.
Yeah, there are. I've read like, I think there's one in New York actually.
Lakewood's everywhere. There's a Lakewood near Denver. When I was in Denver, there was Lakewood.
There's a couple Clevelands too. Or I think there's Clevelands in Europe. I think there's another one in the country.
Yeah, for sure.
Cleveland Brown.
Yeah, I'm still growing out my dye.
See, that's what I want to do. I think I'm gonna keep dyeing my hair like a somewhat lighter shade of brown, because since I did henna, and I'm kind of just over it. I love henna. It like my hair was like growing so fast, and it was so strong and healthy with henna, but.
It doesn't just wash out?
No. You can't even, like, lift it out of your hair. You can't bleach it.
Really?
No.
So you know what happens if you put bleach on?
Yeah, I fucking tried. It was terrible.
What happened to your hair?
It would just fry the fuck out of it. Because I just, like, waited and waited and waited to see, like, if it would lift, and it never did, and it just fried the fuck out of my hair. Mm-hmm. So I have to grow it out. So I'm just going to keep, like, hair dyeing my hair until I can, like, have someone put highlights in it.
What is your natural hair color?
Close to hers.
Same as Nicole's?
Yeah.
So why
I told Jared it's like close to his. It's just like a lighter brown.
What makes you decide to dye it so like pitch black? I mean, that's what it looks like in this light. I don't actually know what color it is right now.
I don't know what it was. I think I was an alcoholic at the time, and I think it just like fit my aesthetic.
So you've had it for a couple of years?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like every girl goes through a dark hair phase though.
Yeah.
Because like I dyed mine black. I was using.
I don't remember that.
I was using Overtone, which is like a tinted conditioner.
So that's smarter. I should have done something like that.
Well, no, because that doesn't lift either. It stains your hair.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So when I went in and I got a split dye where the bottom of my hair was bleach blonde and my pieces by my temple were bleach blonde, and I had to like get conditioning treatments from my hairdresser, and she's like, it won't lift.
How much did that cost you?
I think it was like $300. Yeah, it was rough. And then I kept doing it, and then I was like, oh.
How long would that last you? Like, how long would it look good?
It looked fine. I mean, she got it pretty light.
No, I'm not saying the first. I'm saying like, how long would it have to be until you have to go in again and do it?
Oh, it was every like 6 weeks.
Oh, $200 every 6 weeks? Mm-hmm. Holy shit! I guess I shouldn't talk.
I mean, that's the kind of money I was spending when I was getting my hair professionally like bleached.
Yeah.
Because I would go in and get it really like professionally done. Like I wasn't just like bleaching my hair at home. Like they were like slowly did it at first, did the highlights, layered it in, and then they did a full bleach all over, and then the toning, and then the conditioning treatments, and it was expensive.
Yeah, that's what I hate about. I really like how my hair looks bleached, but it looks good for like a week. You don't like it? I disagree.
I like your darker hair.
Thank you.
I was excited when you like finally cut it all off. Yeah. And just like.
Well, I don't take care of it. I don't re-bleach after I bleach it. I don't re-bleach it. I rarely get a haircut.
I just feel like, and maybe it's because I already went through the full blonde phase. I feel like it washes you out.
Washes me out.
Yeah, you like have to have a certain skin tone.
It washes it washed me out, and then when I see it on other people, I'm like it's washing you out. You're not like at your full potential right now.
What about like a silver? Like not like
it's
bright
so
silver.
Hard to keep though.
That's what I've heard.
And it's expensive.
It's so expensive to do correctly, and that's why my hair costs so much. And even in that picture, my hair was pretty fucking yellow. 'Cause like,
I don't. What happened one year? I tried to just dye my hair that like purple, not like you use purple dye and it turns silver or something. Well, I guess we got too deep of a purple because my hair turned like bluish green, and I just had to deal with that for like the Christmas holiday season because I just didn't want to fix it again. Get off your phone. We're talking.
I'm trying to find pictures of my hair.
Well,
I'm gonna send it to the chat.
The chat.
The chat, yeah.
We don't have a chat yet. What would be a...
Our Instagram chat.
Oh, that chat. Okay.
Yeah.
You know how I hose, I spelled the Heaux. How would you spell chat in like a symbol?
Chat? Is that like... Because I say chat.
So like
C-H-A-I-T?
Shate.
Shate.
Or like with little...
C-H-A-I-T-E with like the E thing.
With
like
the
accent? Yeah.
No, and that's the accent mark.
Or like the fancy French one, like accent aigu.
Chante.
That's what it's called.
Chante.
It's called an accent aigu.
Accent aigu.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see The Witch? Did you watch that with Jarrett?
The Vavitch, yeah.
The Vavitch. So I was reading the trivia for that. The reason it's called, it looks like it's kind of stylized, The Vavitch, is because when the movie takes place, the letter W didn't exist yet. So they're trying to... What? Bye?
Goodbye. So they're spelling shit without W's back then?
Yeah.
No.
If you can get rid of one
why
letter...
is it not double V?
Get rid of one letter. Any letter. Go ahead.
X.
But that's the end of my name. I'm named Ale.
Yeah, but people have spelled their names like A-L-E-K-S. K-S.
And why do I want to know those people? They
Well,
fucking suck.
X is stupid. And also, if it's a V and a W, why do we call it W, not double V?
She's onto something.
Isn't it like in another language it's double V?
Mm-hmm.
In Spanish, it's W. I don't know.
Yeah, well, which one's double V? French? German?
I don't know. I didn't take that language. I took a summer class of Spanish for college, thinking, okay, need a foreign language, I'll just get this the fuck out of the way. I'm somewhat familiar with Spanish. I meet with the advisor at like the last week of class, and she goes, "You really should have met with me sooner." Why? This isn't going to count for any credits. You already have credits for Spanish from high school. Oh, okay. So on my final, I did not do a single fucking thing. There was one question that had you type something out, and I just found out I'm not getting any credits for this class. I give up.
As you should.
And the teacher emailed me. She's like, "I am so sorry to hear that. Sorry."
At least she was chill about it.
Yeah. And then I took Italian, and I don't remember anything
Well, at least
from
you went
Italian.
to college.
You can still go to college.
I'm not going to college, not at this point. My mom tells me that. She's like, some people just need to wait until they have the mindset to take advantage of college.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go to college with a bunch of 18 to 22-year-olds.
Go to night
I'm
school.
not going to. Night school?
Yeah.
That's me time.
That's me time. That's Mackenzie time.
That is me time. That is when I spend 4.5 hours doing my nails that look the same every time.
Yeah. Why does it take you so long?
Because I put on, I don't know. I've really been loving Trisha Paytas' podcast lately.
We're not plugging other podcasts on here.
I don't care what anyone says. My old friend group looked at me fucking sideways because I said I like Trisha Paytas, but they don't fucking get it. But I'll put on her podcast because it's 3-ish hours.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just pace and take my time and just vibe and clip my nails and stare at them and admire my work and my life.
I don't even clip my nails. I chew them off.
That's disgusting.
Oh my god.
I don't like how they feel when they're clipped. I've never clipped them.
Ooh, hand washing. How often do you guys wash your hands?
I'm not admitting.
I was thinking about this today. I don't wash my hands
I
that
don't
often.
either.
I don't either.
I don't. I always rinse them. I'm not a dirty person.
I'm not
though.
either.
No.
I'm not going... Because I will say, there are times when I'm in public and I use a public restroom, and I won't wash my hands.
You rinse them, though.
No, because I don't want to touch jack shit.
No, that's fair.
I don't open the door with my fucking hands. I don't flush the toilet with
It
my
really
hands.
defeats the purpose of
The only thing I'm
washing your
touching with my
hands.
hands is the toilet paper, and if I accidentally bust a finger through the toilet paper and touch my crotch.
Yeah, because you think about it, for every person that actually fully lathers and washes their hands, there's 10 that don't, and you're all touching the exact same
I'm not
door
touching
handle.
it. Like, I'm literally not touching it. So, today, while I was doing DoorDash...
Oh my god, what are the hygiene standards of DoorDash?
I don't know, I have Purell in my car.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't always use it.
And that's fine. Like, if you at least sanitize once a day.
There's just something about public restrooms that are, like, way dirtier.
Would you say?
That I would rather spend less time in a bathroom if it meant I didn't have to wash my hands. Like, I would just rather not wash my hands.
Yeah.
But then I also have this super narcissistic thought about myself that... Because I've always been like this. Like, I've always, like, even in high school, in middle school, like...
You're like an anti-germaphobe.
Like,
you're like, I'm fine.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, when I was a kid, I was, like, eating dirt.
Yeah.
My mom told me this story when I was a little girl, like, not a little girl, like a kid, like, crawling, couldn't walk yet. She'd be working at home at her desk, and she would throw M&Ms onto the carpet in the living room, and I would crawl around and go eat them, and she'd do that to keep me, like, busy while she was working.
Oh my god.
No, like, I guarantee it's a reason that, like, my health is as good as it is. Not
no, I am in agreement.
I like people who like helicopter the fuck out of their kids and like have to sanitize everything before like their little toddler touches something.
That's what your immune system is for.
You're creating problems rather than solving them because there aren't any problems to solve yet.
I want to say we had a family growing up next door to us when I was still with my parents. I want to say they first off crazy Christian, like 8 kids. And they to the point where they added another floor to their house just to accommodate the extra children they had. Mm-hmm. And as far as I'm aware, again, crazy religious family. The oldest daughter married a black man, and the second oldest son is gay. So I don't know where those values failed. Not failed them. There's nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with marrying a black man. But clearly you probably went against your parents' desires at some point. ZD has joined us.
Hello,
ZD, can you say something? There you go.
Little Zeets.
Fat as fuck.
Yeah, ZD is very large.
Very large cat.
She's large, but she's small. She's packing a lot in that package.
I don't think she's getting skinnier. I just think she's a big cat.
She's in it to win it now. This is it.
In it to win it?
This is it for her. Her face-to-body ratio is, like, not healthy, but we love that for her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Better than Chowder's, like, face-to-eye ratio.
Yeah.
That fucker's got eyes that could see through time. Shit scares me.
Maybe he's a skinwalker.
I think
what is a skinwalker?
I don't know, actually.
I don't know how to define that either.
It's like a,
a
cryptid.
Well, that's like saying, what is a car? It's a vehicle.
Well, I think it's like... skinwalkers are more of like, I don't know, like the Native American. It comes from that. Right?
I was gonna say Appalachia. I think it's more
or something like that. Like I just think it's so above and beyond me that it's like it's not like an American thing. It's just like
no, I think it is. I honestly want to say I think it's like a mountainous rural America. Like mythical creature.
I know they like take the shape of things that you're familiar with.
Yeah, and that's a keyword, familiar, because it's not like exactly it.
Oh, I'm saying okay. No, you're right, Navajo.
Yeah. Just like the.
But I guess where were they located?
Just like the chupacabra and shit like that.
That's an actual animal. I thought.
Chupacabra.
It's like a small
it's like a dog
rodent. It's like a small like ferret.
It's like a dog rodent thing.
Yeah. I pulled up Skinwalker here.
What's that? Who's that guy that Joe Rogan's like? Can you pull that up?
Can you pull that up? Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie, can you
I've never listened to the Joe Rogan podcast. Is it like right leaning? Do you know anything about that podcast?
I'll watch it sometimes. I will say I think Joe Rogan's an idiot. He's the type of person to read the first line or the headline of an article and then go from that and then like make shit up in his head.
Oh, speaking of finish this. I have a good.
But I think that he's a great interviewer because he asks. Like, in my opinion, like, dumb girl questions.
Dumb girl questions?
To very smart and studied people. he'll ask like silly girl questions to them, and I really appreciate that because I think that will get you a lot farther than asking like tactical questions with like a fucking gold.
Probably why he's so popular. He can relate to Fly Over America and beyond. No, that's a serious thing. You laugh.
Yeah.
You don't know what Fly Over America is?
No,
It's like
Everything between East and West Coast. I would say Cleveland is pretty close to Fly Over. Ohio in general. The idea being that the epicenter of American culture is New York, Los Angeles,
yeah. That's fair. That's
or
fair.
like. So people in fucking what state were you in?
Wyoming.
Wyoming. They were relevant to like the greater American.
Oh, no, actually no. Actually, I have some facts about Wyoming.
Okay, did they teach you this in school?
No, we went to Terry's Bison Ranch. Shout out Terry's Bison Ranch, we love you. The girl who gave us the train ride to go feed the bisons, I don't know your name, but you were so smart, and I asked you so many questions. But there's a bison ranch there that used to just be like a regular ranch, like way, way back in the day, and Teddy Roosevelt used to come there, and there was a barn that we passed on the little train ride, because it's a huge property that goes like into Colorado, and it was established before Colorado was even a state. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. So it has like its own property line that defies state borders. And Teddy Roosevelt.
So if you zoom in on a map, will you see like what? So will you see like the Wyoming like?
Maybe.
I
don't know. I didn't think
what
about
am I
that
trying to fucking say here? Border, like just like a little squiggle into Colorado.
I mean, I guess
That's
if you
the
looked up the ranch, yeah. But there was a barn there that was like falling apart, but it's a piece of history because Teddy Roosevelt used to come there and blacksmith his own horseshoes for the horses he would ride.
Oh, I think Zadie just clawed Nicole.
She sure did.
And he was the big Yellowstone guy, right?
Big Yellowstone?
Wasn't he the big national park, like...
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt?
Yeah.
He was big on national parks.
That's where the girl who did the train rides was originally working, was Yellowstone, so she had all the Teddy Roosevelt facts, which I could not repeat to you because I can't remember shit. But, I don't know, bison are really cool. I think everybody needs to go see a bison.
You ever tried bison meat before?
Yeah, I fed
you ate some there?
Yeah, I pet the bison, I fed the bison. They only have teeth on the bottom half of their mouth, and they have an 18-inch purple tongue. And they use it like an elephant to, like, grab stuff.
Freaky.
Yeah, it was really cool. They smelled really bad, though.
What did it taste like to you?
The bison meat?
Yeah.
Just like the best cheeseburger I've ever had.
Ooh.
And I don't like cheeseburgers.
The only thing I've ever tried is like some high-end beef jerky. It claims it's bison meat.
Oh,
so.
like, what's his name? Jeffree Star's? Was it Jeffree Star's yak meat?
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Jeffree Star is?
That was the last slide in my post.
What post?
My Wyoming post.
I don't
You
know.
didn't slide all the way. It was Jeffree Star riding a yak, and my friend commented, "Oh my God, he was so humble and kind and welcoming. Can't believe he let us come visit."
Who is Jeffree Star? I don't know who that is.
He's like super tall, Skeletor looking, does like the makeup and the hair.
Okay, I wanted to say I knew the makeup thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
and also probably like super hot take. I love Jeffree Star. I don't care what anyone says.
You're loving all the problematic ones.
I
today.
do, but it's because like I have a kink for people like when I can tell somebody is saying what they actually feel and not to appease other people. Like no matter how problematic that opinion.
So
may
he's
be.
a catty gay man, tall gay man.
He's not even like catty.
Well, that's what.
Well, yeah, he is catty, but I don't know. He's like said some pretty fucked up stuff and done some pretty fucked up stuff, and he's just like super rich now and lives in Wyoming.
What did he get famous for?
Like makeup.
Like YouTube, like what YouTube? What? Anyway,
I don't know. He
Wait,
like
cut me out of this. I used to love Jeffree Star. He was an emo singer.
that's right because he was
He
a Warped
was
Tour.
like
He was
like
in
Blood on
Warped
the
Tour.
Dance Floor era.
Yes, that was
And he
it.
had like girly pop trash
because
music.
he was like the original
And so good.
MySpace.
Yes.
He was like huge on MySpace.
God, MySpace.
And
Did you guys
he's,
ever
like-
have accounts?
No,
I never did.
No.
I wasn't allowed on the internet.
But he like blew the fuck up, and he has like some really like choice opinions about like the whole pronouns thing, and I don't really agree with him entirely, but I have to like have you watch his take on it because I just appreciate where he's coming from.
Someone just willing to
as
speak.
who looks like him, like somebody who is like a tall man who's gay and like he just like comes off in a very specific way where like for him to say something like that, is it privileged? Yes. Is it a privileged ass thing to say? For sure. And I appreciate like why he's saying it and where he's coming from. I don't know.
I don't think I hate to say it. I don't think I will ever care about Jeffree Star. You're telling me this guy is emo,
I'm not
MySpace
obsessed.
era,
So you're
makeup
homophobic.
artist, gay. I don't think I'm the target demographic for this dude.
I think Jeffree Star's low-key homophobic.
T.
I see memes online about the mean gay couple. Can you speak on that at all?
Like, when
don't
I
know.
think mean gay couple, I think men.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
Amen.
meme I saw online was like two men. They have like
Because you're just like thinking of like two of the most privileged beings on this earth unifying together to create this unit of like
Yeah.
privilege.
how are they privileged? Dude?
They're
They're
men.
men.
They
Oh,
make
yeah.
more. They're
They're cis
respected
men.
more in their community.
But
They're
they're gay.
cis men.
They're probably white.
Yeah, they're white, especially if they're white.
I had this weird thought the other day as I was walking to the store. I'm just like, what if I heard my child one day say, I don't have children, but if I have children in the future, hear them say the kind of shit I was saying at like 14, 16, whatever.
Yeah.
I did not, like, I would chastise my sister for swearing growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you're smarter than that. Find more creative ways to express your frustration, or more productive ways to express your frustration. Which is funny because I swear a lot now, but
To have that like baseline though.
baseline, what would you mean?
Like to know, like originally, like that's your thought behind using like more offensive words.
I don't follow.
You know what I mean? Like, so, like, back then, you're, like, find better ways to, like, express yourself, but now you, like, swear. But, like, you come from that, like, baseline of...
Well, I don't know how much I managed to, like, incorporate that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because my father was a fucking sailor when it came to swearing. And I just did not want that to rub off on her. I don't think there was ever... We were never, like, yelled at for swearing, per se. I almost kind of wish we were, just because it's not even like a classy thing. I really don't care that much in that regard. It's just like an intellect thing. You can call anything or anyone a fucker or motherfucker or whatever, but
You drop down a few pegs when you use simple words.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, but then again, who wants to be called like a dastardly no do-gooder?
I called someone a goofy goblin today at work.
Goofy goblin. I got on the phone with Danny earlier. He told me I called someone. Oh, what did he say? Begins with a B, like an old timey like. Damn.
Bozo?
No, not Bozo.
I love Bozo.
Bozo's still pretty good.
Bozo is great.
And call someone a bozo. Did you ever watch Always Sunny?
Yes.
They use that a lot. Max says that a lot in the show, doesn't he?
Uh-huh.
Bozo. Damn, what did he say? I don't remember. Okay, I'm gonna switch gears because I read an interesting article today. And I think you guys will like this.
Okay.
So you guys know Trump's going for like is in jury. They're
Yeah.
picking a jury for Trump's trial right now.
I would like to just quickly say, I hate to say I don't follow politics because I feel like that's such like a commonly used phrase just to like get out of like politics.
Yeah.
I don't understand it for shit, and I've had Jarrett explain to me so many times because I feel bad that I
Explain
don't
what?
anything that has to do with politics. Because it doesn't compute to me. It doesn't make sense. The language I don't understand. It's conflict that I would never think to have, so I don't get it. I can't relate. Like I had him describe or explain Palestine to me like 4 times.
Oh yeah.
Like because I just don't get it.
So
Like
I
the issue
used
just
to be
doesn't
that
exist
way,
in my brain.
but I kind of changed like my approach to it when you kind of realize, and I don't want this to be like a weird like social justice podcast. I really don't, but that comes from a place of extreme privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
No,
you are a white
it
woman,
does.
white middle class woman. If Trump gets elected again next year, for most of us, that really doesn't matter. Life's gonna go on. Well, for me at least,
Yeah.
my life's gonna be fine.
I mean, for us, it's a little different because we are women.
I mean, ZD's being fat. Hang on. But
It's a little different when like because you are a cis white man.
Yeah.
And good for you. But like,
It feels great.
It feels great. But like coming from a person who's a minority, it's like with the abortions. This is turning into very political things.
That was scary though.
Yeah, the abortion thing when Roe v. Wade got overturned, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
Because like suddenly it's like I don't have protections anymore, and it's because the Republicans want to control what we do with our bodies so that we have more babies because we're not having babies.
Let this
right
be go on record. This is an incredibly left-leaning podcast. If you're looking for any right takes, leave now because you're not going to find them. We will. I mean, the most I will do is I like making fun of liberals to some extent, and I call them they're like shit libs is what they're called on the internet.
I have a safe space in between where I can like formulate where I stand. You know.
Yeah.
Because the liberals are cringy as all.
Yeah, far left and far right.
The far left, like
no.
So yesterday at for work, I went to go cover like this Martin Luther King speech and they had these kids reading, and it wasn't even one I've ever heard of. It was him talking about Vietnam and capitalism and the war machine and shit like that. And I'm like, this sounds like a really good speech. The problem is that you've got all these high schoolers going up here. The people who like seriously, and I'm just like,
I feel like that would be me though, because I would need to write it down.
It is written down,
but like that's what I mean, like to say what I feel or believe. So that's why I struggle so much with it. But also, I will say, it was great timing that like the second I chose to be straight, and I say that isn't just like dating men after like 8 years, that the abortion thing was an issue.
Yeah.
And my tiny little brain was like, I feel personally attacked. But then I did get checked yesterday. I was listening to a podcast. It might have been Brittany Broski.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if you tell me Trisha Paytas had political take.
I'm like Trisha Paytas brain, and I listened to Brittany Broski for advice, is like how that goes, that metaphor is. But Brittany Broski said something like, if you need to like check, I think it was her, if you need to check if you're privileged,
you are.
Like, you are. And on top of that, like, and she really got me. I was like, I was about to write her a letter. But she said that, like, all of this shit has been going on. Like, if you're in your 20s, at least, per se, all of this shit's been going on for the past 10 years. You have, like, the resources to be educated, and you have, like, educated people in your life to educate you. But then there's one thing that came up that personally made you feel like a victim. You're privileged. Because, like, if you, like, because that was what happened. I was like, oh, all of a sudden, like, abortion is, like...
When you can pick and choose what is affecting you. Right, you can pick and choose
what's affecting you. And, like, a year and a half ago, that wouldn't be affecting me because I wouldn't be getting pregnant.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, so now that, like, I'm living life in this way, this is affecting me. That was, like... I sat in silence for like 30 minutes thinking about that. But I do try to like understand issues like this. Like even with the abortion thing, like that issue doesn't even make sense to me. Like the reason or the need to like have that brought up in a conversation just doesn't make sense.
In what context of a conversation?
Like why is it even an issue? Why
Republicans are evil?
Like why are they being evil then?
Because they're fucking... Yeah,
but that's like that's what I like don't get, because I'm such a person where I'm like, I know what's right and wrong. I know very clearly what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
But I will put my fucking foot in 10,000 Republican shoes to try to understand why are they thinking that.
So I can come at it from a young person's perspective, because maybe I never told you I was a Trump supporter back in 2016. You know this?
Girl, no.
I was like, did that as a joke. I thought that was.
No, I'm serious. I was like full on like going.
Do you have pictures in a Trump hat?
No, I never bought anything, and I was like going down like alt-right incel conservative path in like my first year of like college. I can tell you, I was miserable. I didn't understand the world, and it made so much more sense to point fingers and blame people who didn't have any power over me anyway, than to look inward and wonder why I feel this way.
See, that's what I felt about it. Like, being a Trump supporter is just like a safe dummy magnet.
Yeah, it is. You feel...
But I feel like a dummy magnet, but I don't like...
What do you mean by dummy magnet?
Like, because I'm not educated. You know what I mean?
There's a difference between being not well educated and being ignorant.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference. You're not ignorant. You didn't go to college, that's fine. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
But you're not an ignorant person.
I think it's just like, I maybe have a lot of like spiteful thoughts about me not going to college and feeling left out. And all of my friends who went to college know so much more about politics, and I'm like, I miss that.
I don't want to make it a weird thing. People say like, oh, college indoctrinates you to a liberal
Just
way.
because you're like surrounded by so many more people.
You are.
With
And
so
so
many
I don't want to say
opinions,
necessarily
so you're
indoctrination, but
Yeah.
when you are surrounded, when you take classes about that kind of stuff, you can still can. You know, there's
Yeah.
nothing stopping you. These people just were in an environment that lent itself to that.
I think it's also different if you like live on campus versus if you commute, because I didn't live
Yeah,
on campus, and I feel the same as you. Where like
I do too.
I try to follow politics and I try to understand it, but like I'm not really in depth with it.
You know, I mean, I lived on campus but didn't go to school. I literally lived a block away from campus but didn't go.
Okay, I realized I never finished that story. From
Oh,
about
yeah,
the Trump
oh,
thing.
yeah.
Because we went down a completely different path.
Contend.
They are picking jurors for Trump's trial.
Yeah.
But they're going through like their social media to ensure that they're non-judgmental or like not non-judgmental,
Unbiased.
unbiased. Thank you.
Yeah.
And they are finding things like they found one guy. Some guy tweets, the kids who got rescued from the cave in Thailand or this was like 2018. Remember those kids got stuck in a
Yeah.
cave,
Oh,
got
yeah.
flooded, got invited to the White House. They asked if they could go back to the cave instead. And this is during Trump's presidency. They are reading these things in front of Trump and then going, no good, next.
Oh my god.
They printed out a photo. Someone made a photo of Obama and Trump side by side, and like with the caption said like, "This is not what we meant by orange is the new black." They're printing these out and handing them to him to look over. So could you imagine like being the president of the United States, being surrounded by yes men for like more than 4 years of your life? Supposedly, he had someone's position in the White House was to just print out good things being said about him that day and show them to him. And now being stuck in court and showing memes of being made about you, making fun of you, I'm fucking living for it.
Yes.
I hope this juror process goes on for another week at least, just so he
we-
can fucking experience that shit.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Because he surrounds himself with people who are just yes men, like you said. Even outside of the White House. I mean, he's surrounded by people that are like, oh yes, you're right. And I think that's why he's
a lot
so
of people
evil.
do that shit. I could never.
Yeah. No.
I think Trump just wants to be a drag queen deep down.
I think he did that for.
I think he'd be a great drag queen.
Oh no, it was Rudy Giuliani did that for I think like WWE or something. There was a clip
he
of Rudy
really?
Giuliani in drag makeup and a dress. I don't remember what it was for though.
Looking it up.
Trump should just do drag, and I think things would be a lot better. For me, at least.
Well, you would want to see that.
Yeah, I think he's holding a lot in. Like, he clearly likes the drama, he likes the tea, he likes to gossip, he likes to, you know, slay up there on the podium. Like, he loves himself.
Yeah.
If he
That's crazy. This is crazy. I absolutely see where you're coming from.
If he took that energy and just put on some pumps,
Yep.
he would fucking work.
There is something girly pop about Trump.
There is, because he's got the finger and he does this thing in the hands, and like, you know, if he had some stiletto extensions on his fucking nails, he would be eating the crowd with his fucking hands. Eating them.
Well, I'm trying to think of what else I could add to that. Like, I don't know anything about drag.
I mean, that's his drag. I mean, that's just what drag is. Like,
Yeah.
he's clearly, like, trying to wear it every time he speaks publicly. Like, just go actually wear it somewhere. Like, wear that drag out.
That is such a crazy take, and I love it.
That's what I see when I see him. I'm like, I feel like I'm watching, like a bad SNL skit of, like, Trump from back in the day trying to do drag.
Pitch that to SNL. Call SNL up. Trump and drag. Hang up the phone. That's all you have to
And I
say.
mean that, like, in the most loving way. Like, from a place of, like, just wanting everything to not be so fucking
You're not even
difficult.
saying this from like a perspective of like making fun of him. You're saying,
No, like,
hey,
I
genuinely
genuinely think if he just put some pumps on, got a stiletto set, I would pay for him. He would do amazing.
That's crazy.
And he would leave presidency like on his own will. He'd be like, I'm leaving.
I
I'm
found my
doing drag
calling
now.
in life.
Pussy's popping. Heels are high. Work. And then he'd leave.
Not to interrupt, but I just found this People article, and it says Unearthed sketch features Donald Trump flirting with a drag-dressed Rudy Giuliani in 2000. Oh, you dirty boy, Rudy Giuliani told Donald Trump.
I'm just saying. You know,
I think
I'm wrong a lot, but I'm never wrong.